Welcome back. It is Thursday, time to go on the docket with KMIR-6 News legal analyst John Patrick Dolan. Tonight we are talking about the Michael Jackson trial, also jail overcrowding here in the county. Also, well, more on that jail overcrowding, in fact. John, let's talk about that first. The county needs 10,000 beds over the next 15 years. They only have about 3,900 now.
That's what our sheriff says. He wants 10,000 beds, 3,900, and we're going to lose the use of the ones in Indio now because they're knocking down the jail, they're knocking down the county admin building, but when they rebuild it, it's going to hold 1,200 and some, so it's going to add about 900 beds. They're talking about adding 1,600 out in Larry Smith over in Banning. That still leaves us way short of the objective of Sheriff Stan Sniff. So the discussion is still ongoing about Whitewater, which really rankles people out here.
Yeah, that's from a few years back, and there was such a big hoopla over people that did not want it there, the people in Palm Springs saying, well, gosh, that's when people are driving into town, they're going to see that and get a bad idea of the city.
Why should they have to drive by a big jail when they drive into downtown Palm Springs? On the other hand, it is centrally located. The county owns the territory, the land. They've already got plans. And it would then get us up to the number of beds that Sheriff Sniff is looking for. If that is not the area, someplace in what they call mid-county, we have to have another huge facility to take care of not only the people that we're putting in the county jail that used to go to prison, but the people that are coming out of prison back to county jail. Our population is expanding dramatically, and it's way more than anybody ever expected.
And how would they pay for that?
Well, of course, there would be county money. Yeah. The story is that there was a big brouhaha at the supervisors because if you really committed to the Whitewater program, there wouldn't be any discretionary money left in Riverside County for 3 or 4 years, and nobody seems to want to bite that one off. So it's a challenge, and Sheriff Sniff says he wants these 10,000 beds total in about a decade and a half. We're going to have to come up with a solution beyond the new Indio jail, although that's a fantastic thing for our area. And it's $400 million of construction that's going to take place, and it's starting right now. And then the Larry Smith, they do have land out there, so I think they can do that one fairly easily. But the next big number of beds, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, we don't quite know where yet. The number one prospect is Whitewater, and not too many people are thrilled about that.
We'll see where that goes. Okay, AEG Live, Michael Jackson trial. Which way is this going to go? It's in the hands of the jury now.
It's in the hands of the jury, and here's the thing that I think a lot of people don't realize. They talked about $1.5 billion that Michael Jackson could have earned if he did not die. That's a very important figure because there are two kinds of damages here for the wrongful employment of Dr. Murray, according to the Jackson family. One is the damages that are non-economic, and the lawyers for Jackson's family are asking for $85 million for each of his 3 children and $35 million for his mother. And then there are the economic damages. And in California, we have something called comparative negligence. So let's just say it was $1.5 billion because they did have expert testimony to that. And let's say AEG was only responsible for, the jury found out, 20% of the damage. Well, 20% of $1.5 billion is $300 million.
Wow.
And so we're talking big money here. And you can see how there's some letters that say, you know, he works for us kind of thing, emails that went back and forth. So it's a challenge. And of course, Michael Jackson was obviously, requesting this man and urging this man to give him the drugs that he was given. But AEG would have to be absolved completely not to pay something in this case. And even if it's a 5 or 10 or 15% judgment against them for comparative negligence, huge money here.
Do you think they'll be completely cleared? Will you be surprised if they are?
I will be very surprised if they're completely cleared. I really will, because it's Michael Jackson and Michael Jackson's family, and it's a jury making the decision. And frankly, I don't see how they walk out of it based on the evidence. And even if it's a small percentage, it's still large dollars.
No kidding. Big chunk of cash there.
Indeed.
All right, John, thanks for being with us today.
Indeed.
Always very insightful.